We're here at Hatch Yakitori, and I want to showcase and show you what I'm all about. It's just a slight and small glimpse into my world. Basically, what I'm gonna be doing for you today is the skirt steak with fresh wasabi, chicken meatball, which is our signature steak in the house. I'm gonna show you how I butterfly the chicken wings here at the restaurant, and you will see me scrape some beautiful fresh wasabi that we bring all the way from Japan. Let's get started. Alright guys, so basically the chicken meatball, we have to throw no seasoning on it. Everything's already seasoned and well marinated in the ground chicken. But you gotta make sure your grill is nice and lubed up, you know, so it doesn't stick. So you're gonna drop the meatballs. Now for the chicken wing and the skirt steak, guys, we do this thing called chiyu, which is basically just garlic steeped in an oil blend. And then we season with salt and pepper. Traditional yakitori only seasons with sea salt or any variation of like umami salt. We do black pepper in ours. You know, we try to be a little more Americanized with it, but still respecting traditional yakitori. And when you season, you gotta season on both sides. Remember, oil first, salt after. Reason is, the oil is gonna help get the salt stuck in the meat and marinate, and it won't fall off. With the wing, you always want to place it facing down, just because you want to get that skin super crispy, nice and sexy, and you'll see it right away. The nice sear. Don't touch it. Let it sit there. The meatballs as well. The meatballs where you're just gonna slowly rotate, little by little, guys. I don't touch the meatballs just because if you start moving them right now, they're gonna break. So you want to make sure they sear, they hold shape, and they nice and sexy. We do modern yakitori here in Hatch Yakitori. What does that mean? Honestly, nothing crazy. All it means is we're doing yakitori in a little more fresh, more unique approach. We still respect yakitori to what it is. Everything that we cook is either glazed with tare or some sort of miso glaze. The difference between us and every single yakitori across the is that we use organic fresh chicken. We use only the finest skirt steak you can find, including the chicken wings. We only use organic chidori chicken for our meatballs and every single stick, chicken related, breast, gizzards, heart, all that stuff. Our tare is 100% vegan. Traditional yakitori has roasted chicken bones and the actual yakitori sauce, aka tare. And basically, it sounds very fancy, but it's actually not. It's very, very basic. All it is soy sauce, good quality mirin, a bunch of aromatics such as garlic, ginger, green onions, leeks, sugar. Now the meatballs, slowly just rotate. You see how I'm doing with my finger? Nice and slowly. And a little bit of tare as well, just so it adds another element to cooking. In all my videos I always talk about layers, right? You want to season lightly so the meat has a beautiful flavor. When you throw in a sauce on top of that meat, you also want to season just slightly. So it's all about layers. Yakitori is the perfect example of layers. Well seasoned chicken, as we throw the soy sauce and it marinates and it grills up, you'll taste it. You'll get those beautiful layers. You're gonna get grilled chicken, nice and seasoned, and then this beautiful layer of soy in the bottom. As you can see, starting to get crispier and crispier. Whenever a meatball keeps on sliding over, place another meatball next to it, just so it holds it together. A little more tare sauce. Most restaurants, they'll actually grab the whole meat and dip it in the tare sauce and put it back on the grill. That's okay. It's perfectly fine. Nothing wrong with that. The only problem with that is all the initial salt that you added has fallen in the sauce. It's great because that's kind of like the mother sauce. Eventually, when the chicken is cooked, you dip it in there. But that can also be a little sloppy. I like doing it with the brush just because it's easier. It can be a little messier, but your result is 20 times better. You see that wing? Now that we flipped it over, the skin is nice and crispy. We'll throw a little bit more taре. And I'm gonna flip it back up. Slightly longer. The skirt steak, I've been doing this for a minute, so I know how it's supposed to feel. It's in a perfect place. We're gonna grab a plate now. And before serving it to the customer, we're gonna let it rest a couple of minutes, just so all the natural juices drip out. And when the customer gets it, it's gonna be beautiful, delicious, succulent on their mouth. We keep on rotating the meatballs little by little. As you can see, they're holding texture now. You start also seeing a nice caramelization all around the meatball. As you can see now, the meatballs are finally sticking to the stick. So now we're gonna dip. Just gonna keep on rotating around. Meatball is the only one I do recommend you to dip in the actual taре, just because it adds even coating to the glaze it's gonna get. As you can see, the chicken's almost ready. Alright guys, so there you have it. Yakitori. Respecting tradition, but still trying to push small boundaries. Everything we do here is very fresh, very California, very honest, very true to ourselves. You know, it's a little glance of what I do in my professional setting. If you're around downtown LA, please stop by. Thanks.
Battle.